Oh, Dave Anderson too today.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawnyScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawnyScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawnyScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Shawn. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Happy Tuesday. Well, Mo, you look extra nice. Like what's going on? Like what's popping? Like you always look nice, but today you look
performing somewhere. You got a show.
Like you got a show. Like you performing. No, you look very nice. You really do.
That's what we call a compliment from us.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Sometimes I'll be wondering, like, are you commenting me or are you clowning me? Like,
oh no,
we're not clowning you. You actually look like you're about to host. Like you about to host like the BET Awards or something. Like you look nice. You
when the Source Awards came back.
Today,
so how is
Takeover Legend Show.
Go ahead, Nikki White Chocolate. Good morning, sweetheart. She's on time. Like we're trying to do better to be on time. We're trying to do better. We not. This is the first time I've actually hit up Media Room 360 on my phone instead of doing Instagram Live. I'm like, we look all right, cool.
I see you got a Facebook like for Michael Shawn. Okay, I see on Facebook Michael Shawn liked it. I see the emoji for Michael Shawn. Okay, I'm like, wait, somebody up liking it on Facebook already? Who's that? Who's liking it?
Early in the game. All right, so how was your night, Mo? How was your night last night?
AB, what up?
Well, I'm coming off a week-long Zeta conference. I'm still trying to get my voice back. My allergies was acting up, so I was up a little bit, in and out of sleep. Didn't get too much solid sleep, but at least I got rest. I sat in one space, didn't open up my laptop, didn't do any work from my phone. So yeah.
So can I be nosy for a second?
Sure.
So you had a whole week where you were out. You were in Philly, and it was a big deal. Like it was a big deal for you. How many times did your man text you?
Not a lot.
You say what?
Not a lot.
No, but what's not a lot? What's not a lot? Like, did you have to check in when you got back to the room? And be like, "Yeah."
No, he just said no, not at all. There was only maybe like 3 times where he was like, "I'm just checking in on you. You good? Did you eat today?" That type of thing, which is the norm. He always does that, but nah, he didn't. He didn't say, "Who your roommate? Let me see your roommate."
Sound like an excuse to
me.
Oh,
you had a roommate?
Yeah. So okay. Yes, these conferences are very.
Diane, what up?
And the rooms fill up very fast. So my roommate was from Baltimore. She's from Maryland. She happened to actually be my very first roommate. She has a very interesting story. For those who are on Facebook, they're following it. So everybody was stopping us, like, "Oh my God, I'll look at your Facebook story." She was adopted, and she found her biological siblings.
Oh, wow.
Amazing, like lifetime type story thing, and I'm just so happy. I'm really happy for her.
Now,
some people don't want to be found, but go ahead.
Yeah, some people don't want to be found.
It's a really, really good story. Maybe we
like
can
if
have
you
her on the
are
show
my
one day.
kid and you don't know me, don't find me. Don't find me. Like even
Well,
if you
there
think
are some people who really want.
You think we might look alike?
Yeah, if you think we might look alike, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Like for real, you done good so far with your life. Everything's fine. There's no need to knock on my door and be like, Daddy.
If you had siblings,
I know. Matter of fact, if I got siblings, don't even
sister.
find me either. If I got a brother out there, I don't want to know you either. Especially if I got a sister, I want to know. If I got a sister, I want to know. If I got an extra sister. So yeah, because you don't want to, be like, I don't know why we seem so similar.
But yeah, so he doesn't do that to me. Like he'll say, I'm just checking on you. Like, but he's not on some. Where you at? Let me see the room. Is that somebody behind you? Why it's a shadow in the bed behind you? No.
But was it weird meeting somebody for the first time and being roommates? Like y'all didn't know each other.
So no, we all know each other. Even so, the wonderful thing about being in a sorority is that you have the commonality of your letters, right?
Right.
But you travel, like you go to these different conferences and you meet people. My big sister, she's the outgoing first vice president. We went to Cheney University together. And so through her, I've met all of these amazing women. So when it comes conference time, she's like, okay, you got a roommate. What's going on? You got your room? Because rooms, so it's like a damn Beyonce concert for these rooms. They sell out within a day. You're talking about 6,000 or more people.
Oh, damn.
So you have to have a roommate a lot of times if you want to stay in a hotel.
So how do you work the bathroom situation? Like who gets, because y'all got to get dressed. So how do y'all work?
So we time it out right. If you're somebody who I get dressed every morning very quickly because I have to do the show, right? So you got to look like something real quick. I don't spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. So so nobody changes in front of each other because I heard a very awkward situation. Y'all do change in front of each other?
That's what girls do that all the time.
Yes.
Oh, I thought
there's guys that we can't do that. That's
we can't.
Violation.
For me, I'm top heavy, so I'll be like, "Oh, girl, I'm sorry if I flashed your boob," or "Ooh, excuse my butt, excuse my backside," But yeah, it's not a big deal. So wait, y'all have the locker room. Y'all don't change in front of each other? Like that's a big deal?
I never changed in the locker room.
What?
Nope, never did.
Now
I did. I had an awkward situation where I had worked out and I was laying on the bench, but I had my clothes on. But white guys change frequently, like they don't give a damn. So when I opened my eyes, it was bad. It was bad. Like I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable with that.
I did not know guys had like struggle or issues with changing it in front of each other. If anything, I thought that y'all thought it was like common, like it's no big deal. Y'all walk around with your beans and franks out.
No, I think the most suspect thing I've ever been involved with, me and Jay Black have had this conversation, is being in an NFL locker room. I think it's the most suspect. It's the most suspect thing I've ever.
Natural.
No. I thought you. That's why I asked about the bathroom situation, because I had a person that I knew who went to a convention, and she was like, her supervisor was in the room with her, and she just like straight got butt naked and changed in front of her, and she was just like, she was like, why is she getting butt naked in front of me? And she went to the bathroom and changed. So I didn't know.
Sometimes you're not gonna maybe not walk out the bathroom from taking a shower like with your just everything exposed and just plop in the bed. But definitely with a bra, underwear on, you putting on your pantyhose. You like, girl, make sure you don't put a run in them. Did you stretch them out first? You're talking to one another while you're getting yourself together. It's not a big deal.
So he texts you about eating, cause I don't trust anybody. Cause in my life, girls like girls. So to me, I would.
So it wasn't one of those things.
I would have been like, I would have been like, look, I'm gonna pay for your own room, like so you can have your own room because
Yeah, you need your own privacy.
But at almost $300 a night, and then with parking being $400, and then registration being anywhere between $600 to $1,000.
I got you. No, I got you. No, I got
We'll
you.
figure it out. We gotta figure that out.
No, I got you. If I gotta drive Uber, I got you. I'll drive Uber. I got you.
No. It's actually a great thing when you get a roommate for these big conferences. Because you're literally, it's not like a little regular conference where you're getting up, you got, an hour for lunch. I mean, it's very intense, and you're handling the business. And so it's a time to bond. Yeah, so no, you don't want to just stay in.
I don't know why I feel like Jay Black today. I don't really want you to bond. I really don't want you to bond. I don't know why I'm feeling like Jay Black today.
I want people to bond. I'm about love.
You don't want Lady Q to bond. You don't want Lady Q to bond.
No. Are you talking about bond like that? No.
It's part of the sisterhood experience, Michael Shawn. You can't be in a sorority and be like, nah, don't be over there bonding with that girl. Like, what? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's what girls do. But yeah, that's what other girls do, Mike. Yeah.
Men do it too. Men share rooms too, unless you got another agenda while you're going to a conference. Now, men conference is less likely than women. Less likely for guys.
I mean, I think I have. I have shared a room with comedians, but we ain't had no choice. I did share a room with Tommy Too Smooth.
Tommy.
Yeah, shared a room with
I know who you
well, we shared a house with Michael Blackson. That was a little condo thing. Yeah, I guess I have.
Yeah. House is different. Kind of, yeah. A little room, a little hotel room. I mean, you ain't got but one bed.
No. It was two beds. It was two beds. I thought
you had to pull out.
Double doors for Jay Black. Jay Black has to have his own room.
And I thought Mike had that pull out. All right.
No, Jay act like. Let me tell you how ridiculous me and Jay are.
We got a lot to talk about today. I already know where you're going.
You and Jay Black have years worth of friendship. I'm talking about decades, right? I don't understand what the big problem is with y'all sharing a room, like especially in the sense
share a room for a couple of hours.
Jay passed out. Jay passed out on the bed. Hold on. Jay passed out on the bed, and I sat on the damn chair. I slept on the chair.
Y'all are weird. No wonder
that's weird.
Touch Jay Black a little bit. It's okay.
No, that's not even all right. Jay Black, how was your night?
Yeah, my night was cool. Actually, I worked, did a little stuff. I'm trying to think. Actually, I went to look around for content, believe it or not. I was on social media. I haven't been on there in a little bit, and it was a lot of stuff in the news, and I was like, oh, good. We got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. From bishops getting robbed to Chris Brown charging people $1,000 for pictures, and I was like, wait, would Mike pay $1,000 for a picture with anybody? With Mo? That's interesting to me. Would you pay $1,000 to take a picture if you're a fan of someone? I thought that was interesting.
I was at a comedy show with Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, and George Lopez, and they were charging $100 for people to take pictures with them. And I thought that was crazy. I mean, it's a good hustle. If you're going to pay $100,
it's a good hustle because people will pull out $100
and there was literally a line of at least 100 people that were willing to pay.
He was taking pictures, he letting you do whatever. Like he would like stuff like that. Like he'd pick you up and like.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Yeah, he had a whole bunch of.
That's actually a picture of Mo and her roommate. No, I'm playing.
You know what? You're such an asshole. Wait, is that a backdrop? Like, does he have like a backdrop?
No, it's not even a backdrop. It looks like a wall.
Is that part of? No, that looks like a part of a VIP experience. You know how they have the VIP packages you purchase with your concert ticket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
wait,
but would you pay $1,000? Is there somebody out there? I mean, if we wasn't who we like been in this industry for all them early years and been around
Jesus, Jesus, that's it. Like I'd pay $1,000 to get.
That's a hard one. I think the only person I ever would have paid to take like a picture That may have been Michael
If
Jackson.
you a fan, I'm about to say you a fan. If
$1,000.
Michael Jackson, hey, you got a meet and greet with Michael Jackson. He'll take a cool, fun pic with you, whatever you want to do, you know, within reason, obviously. But
$1,000.
I can see Michael Jackson.
No,
If it was like,
I would definitely.
if we wasn't in it, we never did radio, Mike. We wasn't traveling, we wasn't on tour with artists or
but Michael, we never met Michael Jackson. Like I saw Michael Jackson at concert. I never got that close to Michael Jackson. I still don't think I spend $1,000.
But if you had opportunity to meet up with Mike and take a picture, would you like? Right. I was trying to think of.
I would definitely want to take a picture, but once they said $1,000, I'd be like, dog, I think I'm good.
Nikki White Chocolate said for 1,000, Breezy better be tonguing her down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't have paid $1,000 to take a picture for him to pick me up. I mean, but she's a super fan.
It was a bunch of people. It was regular pics. It was dudes that's doing cool. Like it was. People were spending bread.
These people are spending rent money to take a picture with Chris Brown, and there's a good chance that he would have smashed out for free. Like that's crazy. I saw on TikTok.
That's a cool hustle. Think about it. Think about it, Michael Shawn. All you got to do is pick up some thighs for $1,000.
And he talked he talked with
you. I mean, I would, if you pay me $1,000, I'd probably knock it down. But
you were never a comedian, but had aspirations of being a comedian, and you had opportunity to meet Richard Pryor in his prime.
I'm not paying $1,000.
Like Eddie Murphy in his prime, and that was like, yo, I want to be a comedian, and like, or
I'm not
like,
paying
if you just never met, because you've been around all these people, you've met a ton of people, so that's why our mindset is different. That's why I'm trying to take that out, the mindset of, yo, if Kanye really was there, and I was a big fan, like I'm a Hove fan, never met Hove, you know, and it's like, would I pay that money to have that experience?
Not Hove, but I will say this: when I was standing in front of Hot 97, and Beyonce came out of Suburban, I was stunned. I was on the phone.
We interviewed them before.
Multiple times.
But this one was different. When she walked out,
that Rick James aura.
When she came out, her hair, it was like she had the wind machine on. Her hair came out. I said, "Oh my God!" Like that. No, she stunned me that day. That one was different. She wasn't Destiny's Child. She was Beyonce.
That was when she was just Beyonce.
Yeah, she was Beyonce. And when she stepped out, I said, wow. Now, that was probably the closest person that if you'd asked me, because I had a job at the time, if you'd be like, you want to take a picture? And they would have said $1,000. I'd be like, can we do $950?
See, let me holler at Breezy. Breezy, would you take $950? I'm about 50 short.
Can we do $950, dog? Like,
I think there's more people that would take pictures with their
I'm sure
fans of.
Let me tell you something. I just looked up because Nas is on tour right now, and a lot of people are starting to do the VIP experience again. He did it pre-pandemic. I wanted to see if there were any VIP tickets left. Nowhere on his concert tour right now are there any VIP tickets left.
How much were the VIP tickets?
Pre-pandemic, they started at like maybe $400 or $500 for the last concert I went to for him. It was like $500. That was with the ticket.
Crazy.
That's like with front row tickets, the meet and greet in the back, the picture, the posters that they give you, access to like a VIP lounge, that type of thing.
She said 500. People will pay 500 for that whole experience.
Yeah, they definitely.
Breezy said he want to stack. He want to stack.
But that was regular. That was standard for all VIP experiences if you wanted that. And then of course, resale value on them could push up to
okay, when Rihanna was single, I'd pay $1,000 to have the whole day with her.
My birthday.
Like the whole day. Like if I'd pay $1,000 to hang out with Rihanna the whole
her time for a whole day is worth more than 1,000. See, you gotta
have. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm just saying that's all I got.
Chris Brown is charging $1,000 for you to take some dope pictures with him. Mo, you want a nice concert?
Yes, I went to
Okay,
the last one in Camden. I had front row tickets down at that
So who would you pay for, Mo? 1,000? Is it an actor? If Barack and Michelle said, "Look, we having this private meet and greet. We'll hang out. You get to take
wait.
this
How
picture."
long is the meet and greet? How long?
No, meet and greets. They you in and out. You hey, how y'all doing? Nice to meet you. Take the picture.
I'm
you're
not,
done.
No,
and
no.
unless
I would have to be able to sit down and have a whole conversation about global warming with him for $1,000. Like,
I
Breezy wasn't doing global warming conversations. I'm sure.
There's no way. There's no way that I'm paying $1,000 and all I'm doing is standing in front of somebody taking a picture.
I'm not
these days.
Exactly. That's exactly it. With the Photoshop, you could make this happen for free. Like you can really make it happen. Like, no, I'm not doing $1,000 and no.
Y'all no fun. Y'all no fun.
But if you're doing the whole day,
or
afternoon, like just the afternoon or a few, let's say a few hours. Let's say from noon to 3:00, you get the attention and you get to have the conversation with a person. Now we're talking. Now I got people that I want to talk to.
Oprah.
Now
Oprah.
See, Mo would want Oprah. I wouldn't want to talk to Oprah.
Me, Oprah.
But Oprah's a good one. Oprah's a good one.
Jeff Bezos. I throw him $1,000. Give me 3 hours.
I guess Elon Musk too. If you're gonna say Jeff, you might say Elon.
Nah, I don't want to fuck with Elon. Give me Jeff. I don't think I could sit and talk to Elon for 3 hours. Jeff,
Who I got?
Donald Trump. You might want to holler at Trump, pick his brain.
That would be a no.
Okay, no.
The meeting would be over, but before it started, it would be grand opening, grand closing. I don't think I could.
You know why I wouldn't? You know why?
Right?
You know why I wouldn't want to talk to Trump for that amount of time? Because I'd be scared that when I got done, I might like him. So I wouldn't even want to talk to him.
Are you deep?
Because there's something that tells me that he's gonna tell me some stuff that goes on within the government that nobody else would tell you. Like
he would.
Barack wouldn't tell you what he wouldn't tell you because he's so quick to say whatever he wants to say that I might be like, damn. I think I like this guy, but that's why I wouldn't even want him because I know who else is somebody that I would talk to for 3 hours?
$1,000. I just said Chris Brown was the $1,000 just for your picture. That's all I was saying.
The only thing with Chris Brown,
for the picture, he sang the song. Like you could pick a song.
I got all these stipulations.
No, we want to spend time with the person. We're not taking a picture. Jay, your question about spending $1,000 to take a picture is ridiculous. We're not.
But that's what they're doing. He's picking people up,
and
he's
they're
going
ridiculous.
They're paying for it. That's why I was wondering who would you pay for? It got to be somebody that you would pay for.
Does that girl look like she got an extra $1,000? She looks like she has an extra $1,000.
If you're a true fan of someone, that's why I said Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, some of these comedic geniuses that like you would you pay? Like, and you said no. That's because you're in the mindset of you've been there, done it. But if you never met these people, some people never been backstage before, Mike. Some people never had a VIP experience.
No, I've never met Barack Obama. I'm not spending $1,000 to take a picture with him. Like, I'm just not, and I've never met him. There's no way I'm spending $1,000 to take a pic. Do you know how much you should say pause to spend $1,000 to take a pic with another?
But we
dude?
Said Michael Jackson. You consider it.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You said it. You didn't say pause.
Because I would consider, like, I couldn't think of, like, because I'm putting it in my mindset of this is 1995.
I don't care.
I've never been in radio. I didn't, I'm just a regular dude going to work at Pizza Hut. And Michael Jackson.
And that even makes it worse that you're going to work at Pizza Hut and you're going to spend $1,000 to take a picture.
I don't know. I would consider it. It's like
the dude on the Wiz.
Jackson.
Listen.
Now, if we talking about spending
yes, Iris.
Look, Iris said, I think I'll pay for Maxwell if he picked me up.
And you get to pick the song Maxwell.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Something.
$1,000 for
Hit the
Maxwell.
high note for me. Do you see how he was picking up? Do you see how Chris Brown was picking up that girl? Picked her up like that was thigh and ass meat.
Oh,
Like
Ronnie
that was probably
DeVoe.
like
We got
in
a
her
Ronnie
wildest
DeVoe.
dreams did she ever
Stacey
think that
Mitchell.
would happen.
Ronnie DeVoe ain't worth $75 to take a pic. Well, you got to be kidding me right now. You're kidding me right now, Stacey Mitchell.
She's a diehard musician fan.
I understand that. Let me tell you something. Spend $1,000 for the dude that ain't even the main dude on the group. Are you kidding me?
Said not even the main dude.
Oh God.
You're not doing that to me, Stacey.
She picks the least talented to spend her dollars on.
That's like, who was the guy from Jodeci who wasn't part of Jodeci, but he was part of Jodeci? Who was it was Casey.
Devontae or Dalvin?
Yeah,
Dalvin.
Dalvin. Like it's like spending money to take a pic with him.
Oh God.
Now you spent. He is my main dude, Stacey Mitchell. He's nobody's main dude.
It's a girl thing.
Stop.
Shawn wouldn't understand.
A lot of people love Ronnie DeVoe as kids. Them little girls, they had crushes on him. That's probably what that was.
Y'all got crushes. Y'all gonna spend $75 on a crush to take a pic with him.
She's been crushing on him since Telephone Man. You know, you got
Stop. Just give Verizon. We need time with these people. Like we need time. Like I could get to spend money.
$1,000.
Yes, for $1,000. Jay Black is talking about taking a pic. Jay Black, who are you really gonna take a pic with?
I don't know. It made me think about when I saw all of these people paying him $1,000 to take pictures.
Well, it was
like,
$1,000. He sang their song.
He sang a personal song to him?
And then moved them along. I think that was a good hustle.
That is an excellent hustle. That was a scam. We shouldn't even call it a hustle. That was a scam.
Yeah, I know people who have to do a lot more than that for $1,000.
He said, "I'm the original candy girl."
Yes, Stacey.
I love Stacey Mitchell.
Well,
I had a joke, but I love her. Nah, there's nobody, dog. There's nobody. I'm spending.
Background. What is that?
Is that what?
Is that more new decor in the background? What is that?
I'm gonna fight you.
That's the same decor, girl.
Mike, you see what you done got started with Nikki?
Different angle.
What Nikki said? Jay Black gonna take a pic with Amarion.
I did one email to get the video.
Both feet on the brake. Both feet on the brake.
Such a pause moment. Y'all stupid.
Oh, well, you wasn't even here when he got gassed up in that Amarion trailer. He was
I saw the email.
Oh my God.
I wanted this. Amarion had a B2K.
To Amarion's
I wanted to see the
website
show.
and he never typed pause.
Yeah.
He never typed pause.
You'll never be able to live that one down, Jay Black.
I just wanted to see the show. He was doing a whole exclusive. I said, "Oh, that'd be dope." B2K behind the scenes.
Did you ever watch it?
No, they wanted to charge. It was like, no. I got
the
email alert. $7. I'm like, I'm not paying $7 to watch.
Oh, that's what you were talking about to see the show. It was $7. Amarion wasn't. He talking about take a pic for $1,000 and he wouldn't spend $7 on a damn.
But on Cameo, some of these artists charge $150 for a 5-minute chat.
Bam! I've been trying to get Mike on Cameo forever. People pay. People book you just to get Michael Shawn to say happy birthday to somebody or whatever the message is. People are
there
paying.
Are artists who are charging anywhere to the upward of $950 to $1,000. I forgot how much Envy charges for a 2-minute shout out to you. Yeah, like they cleaning up. They getting this money.
I mean, if you want to really push it, how much money would it take for you to cheat on your significant other? How much money? How much money? If we're talking $2 million, and I'm already taking it too far because I think y'all would do it for $150,000. But I'm gonna give y'all the benefit of the doubt because at this point, I'll do it for free. So I'm gonna be out of this conversation.
Wait.
Here we go.
Let's not get sucked in the vacuum, Mike. Let's
So
not get sucked in the vacuum.
how much money for that indecent proposal? How much money is it? And are y'all willing to answer? If y'all don't want to answer, y'all don't want to mess up your day. I understand.
Is it
If y'all don't want to answer,
indecent though?
I'm just asking. It's $2 million. It's $2 million in cash and it's tax free.
$2 million and tax free.
And it's tax free.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that I'm going to put the condom on and tell him you better give your best performance.
Oh, wow,
Really?
Okay. Mo's taking it for the team, literally.
She's taking the $2 million.
For $2 million.
$2 million tax-free dollars. You ain't even got to claim
on the shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "Don't embarrass me. You better give your best performance."
But this is the person that you don't know. This is a person that you don't know. You have to do this. This is a random person that's offering you $2 million.
I would hope that I would hope that it wouldn't be somebody that I knew, because I would never want him to see the person again. Like,
oh, good. Damn, Mo's a gangster.
Stipulation.
Mo's a gangster. Mo said he's never gonna see him. All we're gonna do is enjoy this money. That's all we're gonna do is enjoy this money.
The likelihood of your mate cheating on you anyway is a 50-50 gamble anyway, just in life, right?
Wow.
50-50 gamble.
So do you get the money, or the person that has to have this, cheat?
No, you get the money.
Getting the money. It's
So
our money.
I'm trying to see who name the money going to be in. I'm just trying to see how I just need to understand the parameters. Is it direct deposit in my account? Is it direct deposit like your account? You got to give it to me. Like,
no, it goes directly. It goes directly to your account, and it's tax-free money. You ain't got to claim it or nothing. It's $2 million.
I need a rider then, because I need some stipulations to this.
What's the stipulations?
I need my cut.
No, you get your
straight to his account.
No, you're going to your account. You're the one that's being offered the $2 million.
I'm brokering the deal.
Yes, it's going directly into your account. It's tax free.
So you pimping out your mate, basically. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, you can call it what you want. I was just asking a question since we already getting pimped for $1,000.
Yeah, right.
We already getting pimped out for $1,000 to take a picture with Chris Brown.
Because if she had a dude, it's like, hey, do I really want my girl up and wrapped around his waist, like, and he paid for it? Like,
and it probably was his money. It probably was his money.
He paid for it.
He paid for it.
He paid for her to wrap her legs around Chris Brown.
I'm paying for that cell phone that's taking them pictures of you with some other dude.
He probably thought it was innocent. Babe, can I get a rack so I could, I want to go see Chris Brown. It's going to be a meet and greet. Me and my girl's going. It's going to be nice. He didn't think that he was going to have ass meat and thighs,
all popped off on that.
All right. So also in the news,
Jay's not going to answer the $2 million question.
Oh no, because I know me,
Nikki. I'm sorry.
And I probably flip it on you, and I say, if it was for me to be that person, I would absolutely convince the wifey to allow me to go and get this money for us. The other way around.
Other way around,
I couldn't. I feel like our relationship is worth more than $2 million because it will be over.
Go ahead.
I'm just being honest. I couldn't let her. I couldn't. I know it may sound.
So
I just know me and my psychoness, and it's over.
Yeah,
we know
there's no way that I can bounce back or recover.
Yeah,
there's zero chance of that.
I think that most men would not be able to if it was flipped away the other way around. I think that
why would you even want to? Why would you even want men over some money?
Especially men like you, Jay Black. I know for certain that you wouldn't be able to handle.
How about $100 million? How about $100 million?
So basically, you'd be saying, "Am I willing to lose everything for $100 million because it's over?" So it's like,
how about $100 million?
Wait, so you would throw away. Because you the one that's always talking about you gotta fight for your mate, you gotta fight for your relationship. You're telling me if your significant other.
Oh no, we're not playing this game. Come on, we got the Bishop is in the news. Let's keep it pushing. We got Dave Anderson coming up. We got a lot of stuff to hit on. I don't even know how we got on this. Mike did his random questions.
We had show prep. He ain't stick to the script.
$100 million, yo. 100 million changes. Like it changes generations.
Listen.
Yeah. 100 million changes generations. So that's all I'm saying.
Especially if there's a 50-50 chance you going to cheat on the girl that work at Chick-fil-A anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Shut up with the Chick-fil-A.
The Chick-fil-A, the 9 at Chick-fil-A. She brought that back from yesterday. Yeah.
You said to get a couple of dollars.
Look, a girl that is a 9 at Chick-fil-A. I just see we talked about this yesterday. Would you rather have a girl at Chick-fil-A that was a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10, or would you rather have a girl with what graduate degree?
5 graduate degrees that you feel is just kind of like.
But she's a 5. She's a 5. I see potential in the Chick-fil-A girl. She hustling. I see potential, and I think
the girl who got 5 graduate degrees didn't have to hustle to get those. Come on,
I don't think she had 5. I think she's just a 5 with the graduate.
No, she's just
degree.
a 5 with a graduate
degrees.
Yeah, she only got one.
Listen. I married a girl with a graduate degree. I'm going with the Chick-fil-A chick that's number 9. That's a 9. I married a girl with a graduate degree from NYU. Yes, I'm going with the 9 at the Chick-fil-A who's polite. Yes, I'm going. I just thought about that.
Some type of way about that, and I think that's why a lot of women, stay. It takes so long for women who are successful a lot of times to get married, to find someone that is secure enough in themselves, mature enough in themselves to embrace everything that a woman is. This like that. Like you could be a 9 and still be educated.
Yeah, you can.
And still be humble and still be all right, wifey material, as y'all like to call it, still cook, come home, and still bring home money, to support the family or whatever. Like you could be all of those things and be beautiful on the outside.
Mo, you meet all the qualifications. Like you're not the 5. I don't know why you repping for the 5. You're not the 5.
But it's comments like that says, oh, you have to be one or the other.
Yeah, when you look like this, Mo, I'm sorry.
Don't. I thought you was gonna put the other one up.
Oh no.
She paid for that.
You always try to hate what she paid for that.
But she
God.
Here.
All right.
Because you're partial because she's light skinned. We all know that.
No.
We all know that.
All right. We move on, Mike.
All right,
because we got
Mo's not even close to a 5. I give Mo so much credit for repping for the 5s in the world.
But in some people's eyes, I am a 5 because I'm not their twist. I'm not their cup of tea.
But that's for everybody.
I'm not a guy's cup of tea, or I'm not their twist, or a guy look at me twice.
And real talk, a 5 for a lot of people, they would prefer that because they don't want a lot of homies all trying to hawk and holler and all that. So,
and I don't have
under the radar at a 5.
And I don't have a problem with a 5 because when a 5 gets dressed up and does her thing, a 5 turns into like a 6.5.
She can easily turn 6.5. Yes, sir.
When y'all women, y'all have a rating system for women. What constitutes a 5?
It depends on what you into. I'm into a bunch of stuff.
So right, so
like I'm into brown.
So why y'all got this fake ass rating system for women?
Wait, why do you act like you ain't got a rating system?
I don't say I'm either attracted to you or I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not saying he a hoe too. Like no, we don't have that type of.
No, y'all say he's a snack. Y'all be like, yeah, he's a snack
or meal, but y'all call women that too.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We all have rating systems. We all rate each other. Like when you
look at somebody immediately and be like, yo, she like a 3, but I'll still hit. Or she like a 2, but I'll still smash. Women don't look at men like that. Women look at men.
So how do you look at men?
I'm either attracted to you or I don't, or I'll say, oh, he got a nice smile. Or oh, he has nice eyes. Y'all just be like, yo, she a 2, or she got fat ass, but she a 2.
So you still have a rating system. Your rating system is just different, and you think it's better. You think your
attributes and say I'm attracted to this.
How about this?
Men look at women and just put them in a whole rating box.
I think the sexiest thing is a woman with great hygiene in real life. Like if I go to your apartment, if I go to your apartment and your apartment is sparkling, I'm like, yo, this is dope. Now, if I go to your apartment and I don't want to drink, you ask me, do you want something to drink? And I say no, because I see how trashy your spot looks. So we do have other things, but we're just saying, yes, we look at women, and that's why y'all get dressed up the way y'all get dressed up, because y'all know the rating system.
That's not true, because I have more men that try to talk to me when I come out the house with just like some jeans and a t-shirt on and some sneaks than when I am dressed up with makeup on and my hair done.
And once again, because you're not a 5, you're a 9. Or like you're a 9, and
like
you're on when you really when you get it popping, you're really a 10. And I've seen how people react to you when you walk in. So take the compliment and let's go to the bishop.
It's my sparkling personality.
Yeah, take that. Because Mike, you just rated Mo. I don't know. But all right. Yeah, the bishop. So in the news,
but we know Mo's rating. Like we've seen how dudes. I've seen Mo walk into a room and like stop the room. I'm not rating her based on, like, I've seen it.
But I've walked in rooms where I am not the cup of tea.
Okay, I get it.
Where I have not
each his own. I get what she's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but I know star rappers wanted to take you. So legendary, iconic rappers wanted to. So I don't care. The guys who think that is not, you're not their cup of tea.
Almost September. Let's not. Triggers and dramas. Let's go.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. My bad. Go ahead. Next story. All
right. So it was a bishop in the news.
And he's a 5.
He got robbed at church. Imagine you're at church. You're in service. You're sitting there. Your bishop is preaching. And last thing you expect is some mass robbers that come in and rob your pastor, right? You're not thinking of that. But this legit happened up in New York City. It was a bishop. He got robbed of $1 million worth of jewelry. And obviously the conversation online shifted to, why is there a bishop with over $1 million worth of jewelry on him? And you know, we paying bishops that much money? You know, you see he's in a Rolls Royce right there, double R. He got on all the bling, the watches, the chains, and everything. They robbed him and his wife. $1 million worth of cash in jewelry.
I'm just gonna say this: I don't believe anybody deserves to get robbed because you worked hard for what you got. Whatever your hustle is, you worked hard. You don't deserve to get robbed. But if you want to act like a rapper and you want to dress like a rapper, rappers get robbed. And if you want to floss and stun on everybody, and you want to let people know what you got, that's what normally happens when you let everybody know what you have.
But like he should be able to buy jewelry, though, right?
No. He should be able to buy jewelry. But guess what? In certain places, when they know what you got, and they know where you're gonna be at every Sunday, and they know when you're live streaming, and you ain't got no security, you that Bo, you ain't got no. You think God gonna stop the robbery? God can't stop the robbery.
Actually, I think we got the actual video. I think yeah. I got a little. This is the actual video.
Yeah, get down and lay down.
Yo. All right. Yo, all right. Nobody move.
Did you hear what I said? Yeah, wasn't that the quietest robbery I've ever?
Quietest robbery I have ever witnessed.
Your conspiracy coming.
That is the quietest robbery I've ever heard.
And yes, I agree, Afro Queen. She says a bishop preaching and $500,000
That
worth
was
of
$1 million
jewelry
total.
is crazy. I don't know what jeweler he's going to, but if that's all he had on with the Rolex,
No, the chains is dope. He had you see, he got a white one. This white gold iced out. Then he got the gold one. He got the double link.
I don't know, because I seen that same set on AliExpress for like $20.99. I mean, these days you don't know whether or not the stuff is real or not.
I just want to know, is the jewelry insured?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Because if it is,
sure it is. And if it isn't a scheduled item on his insurance, I'm pretty sure he's covered by the
He always praying. That's why it's quiet. Praying don't come over here. But no, in all seriousness, I read up on that, and literally they put a gun to his 8-month-old baby to make, when they was robbing his wife, and so you thinking this is all a setup? You thinking that this is all an insurance scam? Like where you going with this?
I don't want to say that because if it is, the church needs some money. If it is, my concern is the god dog on him putting a gun. I mean, I heard that they put a gun to a baby's head. That's my concern.
So that ain't gonna set up if you doing that, right? You ain't going you don't put no gun in my. If I'm setting this up, you're not gonna have him put a gun to your baby here, right, Mike?
If it's your boy and you know that he ain't gonna do nothing and he wants to make it look good, and he wants to make it look good for the congregation.
My question is, he's not. I mean, I looked at the surroundings. We hone in, we zoom in. The flag was all crooked that they had. They didn't even have a pipe and drape bound for the pulpit. My question is, if you have on $1 million plus in jewelry, why the sanctuary look the way that it does? Why is the money not being put back into the sanctuary? Or some of the things that your community needs, the people who you're preaching.
Here you go.
All I want to know is, if you can afford $1 million worth of jewelry, why can't you afford security?
What church needs security? That's not. You're not thinking that.
No, so.
And what is that security really going to do when two masked people run up on him?
Let me tell you what they're
moment.
Let me tell you,
you're not thinking that in church. There's no way you sitting in church thinking somebody gonna come rob y'all.
I bet you, and I mean this with all due respect, they're not running up in the mosque like that,
right?
In Philly, they're not running up in the mosque like that.
Not with the brothers.
They not running up. They not running up in that. Mm-hmm. They not run up. I promise you.
Oh, E9 got security?
Right, and that's what I was going to say. I am a member of E9, and we have security. We have a whole security ministry, and most of them are law enforcement, because there's a lot of members who are law enforcement. But yes, and
so you're going to start when you told security start busting your gun.
$1 million worth of jewelry.
Yo, this happens. Start shooting at the pulpit. Just shoot.
But if I'm wearing $1 million worth of jewelry, this is what I'm saying. Then there's got to be security. If I'm actually posting pictures, that I'm getting paid like that, and first of all, I got a problem with him posting the pictures, but that's whatever.
His IG is crazy. He got 1.6 million followers. He got all type of photos and images of him. He's look like a baby, look like a rapper.
Yeah,
go ahead.
If that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. I got a problem with that. Jesus walked in sandals. I got a problem. I got a problem with you preaching. And Jesus walked in sandals and was a carpenter.
He can spend his money where he want, though.
If he wanted to, like if his ministry is, if his calling is to minister to, young people, and he wants to be able to relate or, look like something, look like who he's preaching to. Maybe that's why he dresses that way. Who am I to judge?
Good angle. Trying to talk to your people.
Right. If he feels like, okay, let me meet them where they at. I need to look like the people who I'm trying to reach. I get it. But if that jewelry costs $1 million, I'm sorry. And unless he has book endorsements and some other things outside of the church, where your money come from? If you wearing $1 million worth of
y'all judging a man where they spend their money. But you got
most pastors and people in ministry, they have other sources of income. And if that's what they want to do with their money from other sources of income, more power to you. My problem is if you are taking the money from your flock and you're living lavishly like that, that is where I have an issue.
But that's his option, right? He can do that, right? If he want to spend his bread on jewelry,
how you gonna contradict? How you gonna?
No, I'm saying he could.
How are you gonna? How you gonna preach a poor man's word, rich? Like it just the contradiction has always killed me, yo. It's just a business. This ain't got nothing to do with God. They got
he the first pastor or bishop with a Rolls Royce in jewelry.
No. I had one pastor. I had one pastor who didn't even want me. He didn't even want us to know the car that he was driving. He drove by us. And I was like, oh, you got the Rolls Royce. And I was going to take a picture. He was like, no, don't take it. They know what they doing ain't right.
Because why would you want to give more money to someone that's stunting already like that? They got it. You the one that need it. And you giving up.
You literally want people who make less than you to give you tithes. And you keep, if I hear one more time, you got a tithe for God. God ain't getting one damn direct deposit from anybody giving this money to the churches, yo.
But you know what? I always look at how churches use money. Like, so when people invite me to, oh, you need to come to my church, it's amazing. I look at their ministry, and I'm not talking about the ministry that's spread through like the pulpit. I'm talking about their outreach. What are they doing for the community? Do you have a health ministry? Do you have what type of outreach do you do to the children, to your senior citizens? I look at what they do as a whole, not people say, oh, well, he preaching the word. The word is free.
Yeah, the word is free. Listen, when Joel Osteen, when that flood,
you gotta pay for the building, you gotta pay for the electric, you gotta pay for all of that. I want to know, what are you doing for the community that church is in? That's more important to me.
And when Joel Osteen, when the floods happened in Houston, and Joel Osteen closed the doors to the church because he didn't want the church to get damaged, he didn't let nobody in. I was like, all right, it's your right to do it. But let's not get it effed up. At the end of the day, it's a business. It's a business. Like that's what it is. Like I love listening to TD Jakes. I think he is amazing when he speaks. But I also understand that in order for that Potter's house to continue to where it goes, it has to be a business. Right. So yeah, he gonna charge you for the word. And they're gonna make you pay. They send tithes like credit card bills in Texas. Like they send you a bill that you actually have to pay. So if you got $1 million,
my church, shout out to Enon. We don't get bills. We definitely get how much we tied into the church. At the end of the year, we get a letter or whatever, because, of course, some things you want to write them off for tax purposes or whatever, or just to keep a ledger for yourself. But we don't get a bill. You don't get a bill.
And I'm not telling nobody not to go to church. I'm just being real on what it is. Like church is.
There are some people who tied into people, though. Yeah. Like some people who don't go to church, but they still tied. They believe in tithing, so they tied into people. Meaning, they may pick a family for the full year to give a certain amount of money to, or support in a certain way.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
That you can tie.
Yeah, but Bishop, when you're stunting, back to the bishop with the jewelry. When you're stunting with the jewelry, guess what happens? You can get robbed. They know where you at.
Yeah, he said they started feeling on his underneath his gown to see if he had any other chains on. So he said they knew they was coming for.
Mm-hmm.
Like
And
they
I still,
deboed him.
and I ain't gonna lie. Y'all can call me whatever you want. I still think this is a scam. I still think this is all insured, and I think he put this insurance claim in to get this $1 million worth of jewelry.
Not with no gun on his 8-month-old baby. I disagree. That's taking it a whole nother level. If it's a fake gun, no bullets, whatever. Who wants that image? Who wants to put their like that's
Your baby ain't gonna remember nothing.
The wife and the wife is in on it too. And
Yeah.
everybody around.
And we know exactly how much money the jewelry's worth. He knows exactly how much money his jewelry was worth.
Well, you know what you pay for your stuff. You just add it up.
Really?
Well,
And
you got it appraised.
Let's not play that game because we all on this show have had a lot of jewelry over the years from a lot of jewelers. And you notice sometimes, not saying us, but you know, sometimes they write you that little paper. You may have paid one thing, but they say it's worth another, or that you paid another, and you turn into your insurance company. Oh boy, are you sure that them diamonds real? Are you sure those diamonds are real? Because all you need is a piece of paper to say from a jeweler, a reputable jeweler, that you pay X amount of dollars. That's all insurance companies want to know. So I'm not saying that he's pulling a fast one, but I just got questions.
Oh, let me look again. Tam said it was a guy sitting in the corner. He didn't, but let me see. Let me see this video again. All right, hold on.
Jay, the most skeptical person in the universe, Jay Black.
This is when babies get involved. That's when I'm like, wait a minute. Let me look at the other guy in the corner.
Yo. All right. Yo, all right. Nobody move.
He told him not to move. That's why.
Dog, when have you gotten robbed that a guy said?
Like he still had his Bible open and he was just like, Lord.
Hold up. When have you heard a guy say, "Don't nobody move" in that tone? He said, "Don't nobody move." What? You gonna talk about now he respectful?
Every robbery ain't allowed trying to scare you. Is you got those comp. Yo, this is what it is. Don't nobody move.
He at least could have. He didn't flinch. He wasn't moving like hastefully. It was just like
he didn't hit the ground.
He bent down.
Hey, if I'm wrong, I would like to apologize to that bishop right now. I will apologize right now if I'm wrong. But there is something.
That's what I said, Stacy. I said the same thing. Wait, what? And the church looked like that? That is what I said.
It wasn't. I don't think nobody put no baby in harm's way like that just to get. I don't know. I disagree.
To get $1 million.
Really in harm's way? Was the gun loaded? Like if it was a scam. I got questions.
None of us would take part in something like this. But they are people that
yo, put the gun to my 8-month-old baby. Just put the gun to the baby head. And
you know how genius that would be? You know how many people would think that was a genius idea, knowing that the baby ain't gonna get hurt? It's horrid.
But it makes
terrible.
It more believable.
And then somebody in your congregation that's licensed to carry pull out, and now you did.
Right.
Look, everybody we don't even know how many people were in the congregation.
Is that a Yeti mic? Is that one of those hot and cold beverage insulated mugs?
They did say it was. They did say it was only like 25 people there because it was more of the live stream, but
which is weird. It keeps everything cold, but your ice still melts. How is that? Like anyway, sorry.
The right one. You don't have the right one because I took that to Disney and I put ice in it in the morning and I still had ice in it the next day.
Wait,
yeah, I kept wondering what
they should have came to church like Blizzard did in Juice.
All right, we're done. We're done.
But it lets you know nothing is sacred anymore in this world.
That was the part that got me like that.
Church and do that, and if this was all real, and put a gun to an 8-month-old baby's head, rob the pastor while he's preaching on live, that just lets you know that nothing is off limits. Nothing's off limits.
So while we waiting for Dave Anderson to pop in, can we say congratulations to Nick Cannon, Mike? He just had his 8th baby, right?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, look at him. He was there. He was there for another birth. He ain't missed no birth. All his kids, he's been there when they was born at least. He might miss their first steps and all the other stuff, but he there when they born.
With this particular birth, you know that this was her first, right? Also, J Black, she did a home birth with a midwife. So they weren't at like a facility or anything like that. There was slight complications. The baby didn't even breathe right away. They had to use a breathing apparatus to help the baby breathe. And so, yes, 10 hours. 10
I don't
hours.
even know.
It was the most excruciating pain she ever been through, but the most empowering. So for him to sit through that like that, that's an amazing thing.
What is Nick Cannon? All right, because y'all gonna kill me for saying this. What is he overcompensating for? What is it that makes him want to have so many kids? That is there something in his life that he missed as a child that he just because I know somebody who has 10 kids. I know somebody who has 10 kids.
Right. I know somebody who has 13 and they're regular. But so you know that of course, you know, he had the diagnosis, the lupus diagnosis.
Right.
And you know, he's had some near-death experiences. And I think that sometimes when people have that, first of all, he has the money. And maybe he just wants to, it's important for him to leave a legacy behind. You know, I mean, and maybe he wants to normalize large families again. If you think back, you know, eight kids or 8 siblings.
But normally you had the 8 kids with one girl. Like, I mean, back in the day, you know, but
he doesn't want to be in a monogamous relationship again in life. Maybe he's happy. If you notice, you never hear anything, no drama, anything behind any of his baby moms.
Yeah, I'm just asking. I think
that he has nailed it down or narrowed, you know, come up with the formula.
They nailed it down.
Oh God,
he's nailing a lot of things down. But I think that he's come up with, you know, a way for him to have both. You know, because in society, we think about if you want a big family, you got to be with, it has to be in a monogamous relationship or you have to be married, be all in the same household. I think that, you know, what he's found works for him. It's wonderful that he's producing, especially when you have, you know.
But you can't get, if you got 8 kids spread around, first of all, God bless that the child is healthy because every child that's born is a blessing. But how do you can't make every event. You're just one person.
Right.
Like you can't make every event. You can't make you probably could make birthdays. I think you could probably make their birthdays and stuff like that. But like if you're here and it's they're graduating the 3rd grade, or you know how now you graduate everything. Everything's a graduation. You graduate 1st grade, graduate 2nd grade, graduate. Everything's a graduation. Like he's only one person. He can't. Somebody's gonna get shortchanged at some point.
So maybe he has a schedule. I mean, I'm pretty sure. And as you know, Morocco and Merengue, whatever, the first 2 that he has by Mariah Carey. I'm pretty sure, like they're older. The other ones are smaller. I'm pretty sure as they grow, that he's gonna have to have some type of scheduling where, you know, I come to you. Maybe he has a clause. I come to at least 5 major events in the child's life per year.
And you know Mariah, and you know
nobody ever complaining.
All right, so you know the kids that he had with Mariah. You know
Morocco
you know they ain't messing with some of these kids. You know Mariah's not. You know Mariah's not like y'all going to go see the new baby number 8. Like as siblings, there's going to be a difference between those are Mariah's kids and these are everybody else's kids.
Lady Q says, word is the baby mama's got to make an appointment through his assistant. I can see that. I
He's a
can
busy
see that
man.
being a thing.
Jesus. All right. Well, look.
I mean,
He's better than me.
As many deadbeat fathers that are in the world, Michael Shawn.
True. Facts.
As many deadbeats and as many single women hustling and bustling financially and time-wise trying to take care of their children. This might be a good look for these women. Maybe these women, he approached them and said, look, I want to have another baby. You seem like you would be an excellent mother. These are my terms. Your kid would never want for anything. I'll be around at least
other than me there.
Activities.
Yeah, other than me there every day.
Again,
I mean, there is a
gamble, Michael Shawn.
I understand. I'm just saying there is a give and take, and there is something to be said with a father. And trust me, I'm not speaking as a great father, but there is something to be said with a father being there every day.
Well, here's the thing.
You know,
there are people who get divorced.
Yeah, you're right.
And work regular jobs, right?
Yeah.
And they get divorced from their significant other.
But you don't do that on purpose.
You didn't plan that, Mo. Yeah, you go, Mike. Yeah.
You didn't do that on purpose. He's doing this on purpose.
I'm not a gambling woman, but I know about gambling. I know about dice, a few things about dice. And I know when you roll the dice in life, you never know what you're gonna get.
No, but what I'm saying is
what you're telling me is you're guaranteeing that my child is going to have these things for life. Like this, there's nothing that's going to change about this.
I got you.
Nothing that's going to change about this. You can have this, or you can gamble over here with the unsurety of your relationship, your marriage, and who's to even say that you're going to get married just because you have a kid with somebody.
No. And I get what you're saying, but purposely, he's basically saying, I'm going to have a kid with you and I'm going to support the kid, but I'm not going to raise the
financially.
Kid. I'm going to do everything financially, but I'm not going to raise the kid.
Well, he's not even saying that. He's just saying that I can't be there with you guys in the household full time, which as a celebrity, he wouldn't be anyway. As a celebrity,
you'll be there majority of the time, no more. Even as a celebrity, you have you may have stretches.
Jay-Z's with his daughter the majority of the time. Like
think
he's
about
like
football and basketball players. Think about people who are athletes, or think about people who have to go on tour, artists.
But think about the fact that he's an artist and he's got to try and deal with 8.
Right.
So how impossible?
He has enough money to where he can fly them.
It's not the same, Mo. When you having that nightmares, you want your daddy there, Mo, to protect you. When that two fall out in that moment, you want,
may not feel like that.
I see you when, Dad, in 3 months. Okay, like what?
I mean, because there's just not enough time in the day for him to be able to be. I gotta work, and then figure out how to get to here and get to this city and get to that city. The person I have a child with in common with, I ain't got my glasses. I lost my glasses.
I have a child in common with.
She basically saying there are deadbeats out there for free if you can get money from Nick Cannon. And
he's a deadbeat. So that's what I'm at. These women made a conscious decision. I'm pretty sure he hit them with a proposal. And they made a conscious decision to say, instead of me gambling on the traditional way, I'm going to take this secure method. And I know that he's a great dad. You never hear anything bad about him. That's all I'm going to say. You never.
Yeah, because if you cut a big enough check, you're never going to hear anything bad. If I keep cutting you.
I know thousandaires who are not there for their children all the time.
No, I get it. But
children bedtime stories. And hey.
But if I'm hitting you with 100,000 a month, nobody's ever gonna say anything bad about you. They might not be like, well, he ain't gonna be at your baseball game. Well, he ain't gonna be at your dance thing, or he ain't gonna be at this. He ain't gonna be at that. But he's gonna cut you. He's gonna cut a check. So that's why we never hear no drama, because obviously he's a savvy businessman. But God bless him. Congratulations. I just know one of them kids. Like, there's always a favorite kid. and there's always somebody who feels like they're not the favorite kid. So can you imagine 8? There's gonna be like kid number 5 is gonna be like, yo, I never see this dude. I never see this dude ever. Like he's at baby 7. He's busy with baby 8 right now. And I'm telling you, none of them kids is meeting Mariah's kids. So you know. Unless he brings them all to the house and just says, everybody, these are the, because you know that
there's some type of stipulations on that too, Mike.
Because you know the most important kids are Mariah's kids, right? You know that, right?
That's the most important. Mariah's the star. She's the one.
Let's stop playing.
Babies. The first babies.
Did all
the kids take his last name? That's a good question. I would assume so.
Good question. Yeah.
They all cannons?
I'm not sure. I gotta look up their birth certificate.
Wow.
Oh, that's probably going to be part of his stipulations.
I'm pretty sure because that's part of you know.
I need for my legacy. If he wants his legacy to truly be, yeah.
And we love you, Nick Cannon. Like we love you. I ain't got no problem. I'm just putting stuff.
Oh yeah, I googled it. They all canon. One of them is hyphenated,
canon?
but yeah, they all got canon. Zion, Zillion, Golden, Monroe, Powerful Queen Cannon. That's a name. Morocco, but yeah, they all got cannons. They all cannons.
Hey,
well, congrats to Nick Cannon.
Congrats to Nick Cannon. We mean no disrespect. I was just having a conversation. That's all. We don't mean anything. Nick Cannon was always nice to me. When we met him, seemed like a cool dude. Told us a story about knocking off Christine Milian in the trailer and then everything like that. And that was a good story, Nick. Nick got a roster. Like Nick went from the cornball to having a roster. Like he really did your thing, Nick. All right.
So we got our guest here in the studio for you, Mike. Whenever you're ready for him.
Let's bring him in. I haven't seen homie in a minute. I need to see. I need his square paws to come up.
Yo.
What's up? What's going on, sir?
Man, I'm out here trying to be like you when I grow up.
How are you feeling?
Finally, I feel really, really good. Just dealing with everything, like I have I have a condition. It's called hypogonadism, and sometimes it messes with your hormonal levels. Not that I run around here emotional and start throwing stuff and say, I just want to watch Bravo. But
are you for real? That's
no,
really
dead ass.
What is it called?
It's called hypogonadism. It's a rare form of low T. And like my levels can just drop out of anywhere. So it's like sometimes I don't fall asleep, I pass out. And so we finally got it right. I got the right doctors. And so, we regulated it. I've got like a time release thing inside of me. So I'm good now.
So Jay, when I asked him how he's feeling, you thought I was just like, it was just like, you didn't...
Why does everything Mike does have to be some type of like, damn, like, good morning, everybody.
Dave Anderson there, the business bully. I didn't know. I'm like, wait, I never know. Y'all comedians would be joking and laughing. I'm like, wait, this is a real condition. I just never heard of it. That's all.
Now Dave is a good person to ask this question to. Very good person because he's wealthy, and Chris Brown is charging $1,000 to take a picture with him.
Yes.
Is there somebody that you would pay $1,000 for to take just a pic with?
Trying to think. What $1,000 to take a pic? Michael Jackson, if you could resurrect him, that's about it.
That's what Jay. I don't even think I would spend $1,000 to take a picture with Mike. I just want to see him and just be like, hey, it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I'm not mad at Chris Brown for it. I think it's absolutely brilliant because if you saw some of them women look like, Chris Brown was going to need a chiropractor after they wrapped their arms and their legs around him like a spider monkey in The Hangover 3. Just, but like $1,000 a head. Yeah. And I counted at least like 20 people. So like, that's a good 20 whacks for doing this. Yeah. No, I'll take that money all day.
Now, ain't that the problem? Like you always have a problem with how we spend our money. Right. You always have, you're like, we spend our money stupidly. Like if you're somebody's financial advisor, did those people look like, and I'm stereotyping, I'm profiling. I'm profiling, Dave. I'm
do.
sorry. I'm profiling. Did those people look like they had $1,000 to spare?
No, but these are the same. See what I say? Spider Monkey. She's actually cute though. But no, these people are doing this the same. Like my whole thing is have this amount of smoke for Beyonce, right? In that Beyonce has people coming to stadiums and they're sacrificing their cable bill, their car note, their phone bill just so they could go see B. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. We're not financially responsible in that. Now, if you got it to blow, knock yourself out. When people talk about, oh, well, black people have $1.2 trillion in spending power, they never talk about the fact that that also includes the money they pay for their bills, their mortgage, or taxes. That just because you have it doesn't mean you have it to spend. It's just what's available to you in a huge pot of other things, not counting expenses. And this, to me, yeah, not exactly the wisest use of $1,000. Look, you give me $1,000, I can show you what to do and make 6 figures out of it. It's not that hard, but we're conditioned to do dumb stuff and blow our money on dumb stuff.
Okay, Mo, your mic is not you're muted.
J Black, stop fucking with my mic. What's your cash at? What's your cash at?
Oh, $ business bully.
You said $1,000. You can flip it to it.
So $1,000. What would be what would be a simple thing to do with $1,000? Something
simple thing to do for $1,000, right? And this one I've never given out to anybody. I'm giving this exclusively to you. Okay. Right now, there are a bunch of people who are about as technologically advanced as a caveman's girlfriend, and they all have businesses. So you're talking chiropractors, you got dentists, you've got massage therapists. Any one of those people you can go to and say, hey, chiropractor, hey, massage therapist, hey, orthodontist, you need somebody to handle your visual branding. You need somebody to handle your web development. You need somebody to take care and manage your social media. My firm can do all of that for you, right? They'll say, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Well, how much will you charge? I said, I'll say, well, we can do, we got a special right now, all inclusive, $2,500 a month. And they'll say, okay, now that with a 12-month commitment, we can knock that down to $2,000 a month. Okay, who doesn't love to save money, right? So now you've literally just made $24,000 off of one sale. You take $5,000 of that, right? And you contract somebody in the Philippines, you contract somebody on Upwork, and they build out your the branding for them. They build out the social structure, they build out the website, and you go ahead and you pocket $19,000. You're welcome.
Isn't that like
so you just outsource?
When you're talking about outsourcing, aren't you talking about like the sites like Fiverr, or is it Fiverr or Fiverr?
I would never use Fiverr, because with Fiverr, the problem with Fiverr is that people are just using templated graphics. They're not actual graphic designers. If you go to bit.ly/bullyva, I got virtual assistants in the Philippines that are actual graphic designers. They're actual web developers, as opposed to somebody just taking a template and then hustling you for $5, $30, $150. You can actually spend $300-$400 a month and get somebody working for you full time who will handle all of that.
But I want the businesses to be successful too. If I'm taking your money, I want to make sure I'm just not outsourcing that it's just an outsource, but I want to literally make sure that you got your money's worth and you're getting something from it. So my personal passion to make sure that the ethics are there, to make sure I'm doing right by you. Like, say if that company's not producing the right way, like how do you measure those results?
Well, that's a different type of thing. Now we're getting into consultancy. Right. So with that, you have to look at what their marketing is, who their target audience is, what their ideal client avatar is, and what they were doing before you came into the picture to reach clientele. Right. Like a lot of people get out here and they say, oh, I'm going to start a clothing line. And I'm like, Houseway, you ain't got no audience. Like, you have no fan base whatsoever, but you so creative. You just go, oh, boom, clothing line. Look at me. And I'm like, Nelly did it and failed. Beyonce did it and failed. 50 Cent did it and failed. So those are people who were on the radio every day, on TV every day, on the internet every day, and they failed. Vocal failed, right?
House of Darion, was it
House of Darion failed. You can find House of Darion right now in a Ross Dress for Less bargain bin.
Yeah, it did.
It
You're
failed.
It did.
Beyonce did not get successful with Ivy Park until she teamed with Adidas. I do not
Yeah.
rewrite history, I recite history. So people who have much more means than
Mm.
everybody put together, including me on this panel, had issues trying to get a clothing line started. But you, who works part-time at the Piggly Wiggly, all of a sudden is going to be the person to just pop off. No, that's not how it works. You have to make sure you have the audience that wants what you have. A lot of times we start businesses from our ego. We don't start a business from filling a need or solving a problem. When you start a business from your ego, I'm so good, I think everybody's going to want this, then you're going to lose. Also, you have to separate yourself from other people who may be doing the same thing by taking a different approach. So those are the things that I would say that.
So what's the
contribute to
difference
success.
between a Fendi with Rihanna and Kim Kardashian getting their stuff popping versus a 50 Cent with G Unit being in Foreman Mills, or like what's the difference? How did Fendi, what did Rihanna do different than 50 Cent or Beyonce?
Well, first of all, Rihanna is a spokesperson, right?
Okay,
Who has
so
a
that ain't
stake
her.
in that company. That company is actually white owned, but that's a whole nother conversation for another day. But if I put her out there the same way they put out that Jay-Z owned the Brooklyn Nets when he owned 1/15 of 1%, it sounds good. Right? So it's not Rihanna being successful. All of a sudden, Rihanna's just this magical mogul level businesswoman. Like, let's not do that. Also, when it comes to the Kardashians, there's a woman named Emma Grede, a black woman from the UK named Emma Grede, who's responsible for Skims, who's responsible for
Shark
what
Tank. I saw her on
for
Shark
all
Tank.
of the Kardashians marketing businesses, Khloe Kardashian's jean line, all of that came from the mind of Emma Grede, not from those women. So when we talk about things, we need to make sure it's beyond what you see here, because this is a facade. Mickey Mouse does not run Disney; he is Disney. You understand what I'm saying? That's a world of difference, right? They think she owns Fenty because that's what they want you to believe. And yes, she does have an ownership stake. Her name is on the masthead. But that's where it starts and stops. And so they are successful because they have people who've had combined hundreds of years of marketing experience, and they know exactly what's going to make you buy. Most of us don't do that. Also, we don't want to spend money on advertisement because we're afraid we're not going to get that money back. So we'll hold on to dimes instead of trying to get dollars. And so that's a big reason why some companies are successful and most local mom and pops are not.
So you big on advertising? Like, we got a bunch of people that watch that has their own. Like, I'm looking at Stacy name, Desirable Accessories. So she should be advertising more, spending money. She should be taking from her pot to spend money to advertise. Like, what would she advertise? Like, how would she go about that? Is it like, hey, I got $100, I got $500? Like, when you say advertise, what are your suggestions?
Everybody that I see do advertising does it wrong. Damn near everybody.
So what do they do wrong, and then what should they do right?
Here's what they do wrong. They go and they say, I'm going to dump money into Facebook ads because that's what I see everybody else doing. And what they don't realize is every 30 to 60 days, Zucks will change the algorithm. So the output you get is problematic. Or they'll say, I don't understand the whole Facebook advertising thing. I'm going to boost a post, right? But the post isn't written well. And boosting says you can reach up to 85,000 people for $10.
Yeah, because I boosted on I think on eBay, and although like I saw an influx in the numbers, I didn't see an influx in sales. I may have gotten maybe 1 or 2 more sales than like the normal. So I definitely have a better understanding of what you're saying now when it comes to that.
So let me make sure I answer the question, because giving you a problem without giving you a solution is irresponsible. Yes. So here's what we do. Instead of you said $500, so let's take $500 and let's break that down. So I'll put $125 on a very popular podcast. That'll get me a week's worth of advertising. That's one episode. Podcast lasts forever, as opposed to taking thousands of dollars and putting it on the radio. And once that commercial is run, it's over with. And it takes at least 35 touches on the radio to get anybody to even remember your name, let alone write down your number, let alone go to your website. With somebody on a podcast, that automatically increases 2,000% the know, like, and trust factor. You're using what I call marketing osmosis, which means that the host of the show or the popularity of the show now lends their credibility to your brand, and you can get that dirt cheap. Then you go and you find popular influencers, right, in your space. So say, for example, there is a woman who sells, I don't know, natural soaps, butters, and waist beads, right? So you find a girl that's all hippy dippity who does yoga, got an afro, has waist beads on, body's banging, and you send her some waist beads, some butter, and some soap, and you give her whatever her fee is to put it in her Instagram stories or on her post, and then you put a code in, right, that gives 10% off for every order that they make, right? Then you can track whether or not something is working. And if you can do that, that money will make itself over and over and over again. It's a lot easier to give that money to influencers that actually have a direct connection and a relationship with your audience than just Mark Zuckerberg just collecting money for the sake of collecting it.
I see Hollywood Unlocked do that. That social media, Hollywood Unlocked, they take money and then they'll promote whatever. So you'll be for stuff like that.
I'm for if it makes sense. Like a lot of the people you see, and listen, shout outs to Jason Lee. Jason Lee is a friend of mine. I have nothing against Jason whatsoever. But a lot of the people that they promote on Hollywood Unlocked, some of them ain't worth the paper they're printed on, you know. And then you can tell the difference. Like for me, if I were to do something with Jason Lee, I'm spending $5,000 with Jason Lee because then Jason Lee and I will have a conversation, you know, and then I can push whatever it is that I need to push, as opposed to just putting up some ad with local single mom of 3 finds 50,000 ways to make $100. Like, you know, absolutely not. It has to be done strategically well.
So how does someone start? If somebody right now just wanted to own, I guess, to get started, to do something to try to create another line of income, another stream of income, generational wealth, whatever, like just the bare bones minimum right now for the average person is maybe watching. What are some suggestions? Like, what are you saying?
The first thing that I would do is find someone or something that would allow you to understand what the foundation is, because I've seen people build the Taj Mahal on quicksand. The thing of it is, like, I've had clients come in and I would say, hey, do this, that, and this, and they would do it, but they did it with people who were janky. And so now my team has to go back and do extra work. It's really a problem. And so I decided to create something that is so easy, so foundational, and so cost effective. There's no excuse. And I call it Bully 101. So we cover all the foundational stuff: how to build out your business, how to grow your business, how to market it, how to find the right influencers, how to craft a story. Most people have a business, but they don't have a story because we believe what we're told in school, that people buy products and services. You don't buy products and services, you buy people and stories. Think I'm lying? Give me any brand and I'll prove to you that you buy its story in its person, not the product itself.
Because most of us women out here who are perusing Instagram, we want that experience. We see
them Jordans.
Jordan.
Nice.
Wait, hold up. Mo, you ain't lying. I want to get Jay Black real quick. Them Jordans. Do you realize that Jordans were marketed? The very first Jordan poster, that whole, when Michael Jordan's flying like that, the very first poster was against him, against a backdrop, flying from half court. That's what Nike put out. The idea that a shoe can make you fly like Michael Jordan. Now, keep in mind, when Michael Jordan came out, Michael Jordan was considered a small guy. Not Muggsy Bogues, Spud Webb small, but small in comparison to a Kareem, a Larry Bird. Like, these guys were giants, right? And Michael Jordan's flying above all of them. And look at those red and black sneakers. That's why they're called Air Jordan. You're not buying Michael Jordan sneakers. You're buying the story that Michael Jordan can jump over everybody, and those sneakers can make you fly. And then later on, it evolved into a status symbol. But the story and the person is what you're buying. You're buying a piece of that greatness.
Because I too want to be like Mike.
Absolutely, that's what Gatorade did.
I say it every time, and I'm not saying Michael Jordan is one of the greatest basketball players ever. I'm saying Michael Jordan had probably the best marketing that has ever been created for an athlete. Like, it's never been duplicated. I mean, even his Gatorade commercial, when Mo just said, because I want to be like, because if I could be like Mike, like he had no other athlete has ever. I think maybe the closest one was Bo Jackson.
Yeah, Bo
Jackson. Yeah. But because he got injured, it never, they couldn't continue it. But the marketing process that Nike did with and Spike Lee, we got to applaud Spike Lee.
Right. It's got to be the shoes.
It's got to be the shoes.
You know? It's got to be the shoes.
From a behavioral standpoint, you have behaviorists They actually work for a lot of these marketing companies, and their specific job is to tell me how this audience is going to react to this product. How are, you know, what is the mindset? We want to sell this. How do we get people to buy it? And they condition us as consumers. They condition us, whether it be through commercials, advertisement, whatever. They condition us to want or to have the strong desire. I need that. No matter how smart you are, I need that. I need to have
it. It happens all the time.
I don't care if I can afford it. If it's gonna make me look like that or make me feel like what I think she feels like, I want that. I need that.
The only job I ever wanted to do that was a real job other than comedy was I wanted to do commercials. Like I wanted to literally be like in sales and advertise. I wanted to advertise, and I never forget. This is gonna sound so corny. I remember Usain Bolt, the track star Usain Bolt.
Yeah,
I had written a commercial where he goes by, and you go, Usain Bolt, and he just goes by like, Usain Bolt. Like literally, I would write commercials for people, and that was the only job because I was so fascinated that where's the beef? An old lady saying, "Where's the beef?"
Remember her?
Changed everything for a restaurant.
Yep.
Just saying, "Where's the beef?" And every time I watch it, I'm like, it's such a it's like a hypnosis. Because you're going to see it over and over again. And if it's catchy enough, like the progressive commercials, when you're going to be like an adult, when you start adulting and you start asking questions, I'm like, these are genius.
Yeah.
Conditioned responses.
All day.
Yeah, I used to like the beer commercial. What's that? Yeah.
And then catchy. You just and you realize how you get. That's why I always say this. I say, I will never say ever again, I will never wear that. Because when I saw skinny jeans, I said, I will never wear that.
Me too.
I said, there's no way in the world. When I saw people wearing colored socks, I said, I would never wear them. And now I don't have a pair of socks that don't have colors on them right now.
It all started with MC Hammer and them damn pants and the shoes. And you had thugs out here wearing, big pants, with buttons in the middle.
Yeah, it's very true.
I tell everybody claims they're a leader. Dog, we're not.
No, you are the most overhyped followers on the face of the planet. And I tell people all the time, it's a boardroom of old white men telling you exactly what you think is cool. And cool is nothing but conformity with good PR. And once you understand that, it's a wrap. And then women, I tell women all the time, don't be mad, but 80% of all advertisements, up into including beer commercials, hair products, cologne for men, are all geared towards women because we want to sleep with you. And everybody knows that. And women will buy all the time.
Oh, I know they're gonna like this. They said the girls go crazy over this. Creed. Some of y'all can't even afford a bottle of $300 cologne, $500 cologne, but you are spending your last on it because you hear it in a rap or you hear it, somebody with money say, "Oh yeah, I got that Creed on. Oh, you smell so good. I got that Creed on."
Yeah, all day.
The funniest thing I saw was there was this real beautiful commercial, and it was this Hispanic young man, and he was walking through the city, and he was helping everybody in the city. Like somebody dropped something, and he picked it up for them, and then he helped somebody, and then he stopped by and he bought a bottle of Bacardi to drink with his mom.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a second. So you did all that nice. So you did all that nice stuff so you can get drunk with your mom,
because you know what? It's a feel-good moment.
Yeah, it was a feel. I was like,
you're correlating good deeds and feeling good with alcohol.
Yeah.
So when I get off of work and I want to feel good, I'm gonna think of that Bacardi commercial.
Yeah, people want to escape. People want to feel good about their lives, and people want to feel like they have a taste or a touch of wealth. I don't pop Molly, Zyrock, Tom Ford. So now you see a bunch of brothers spraying Tom Ford all over themselves, wearing Tom Ford glasses. It's a thing. We want the appearance of wealth. We want the appearance of fitting in. We want the appearance of being elite. We want to. If we can't be an alpha, by our very nature, then we'll get alpha clothing. We'll cosplay as an alpha, and that's how
Is
they
that
get
more of
us.
our culture? That's more of a black folk thing.
No, that's a humanity thing.
Yep.
If you think I'm lying, you go. Mike will tell you this. Go to Texas and be the guy on the block that does not have a John Deere tractor.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go get a steel tractor and watch your ass get you mowing your lawn with a steel.
Absolutely.
You know, they will run you out the state, homeboy. It goes through everything. You go ahead and you get a B in math if you're a Chinese kid. I know Chinese kids who have gotten B's in math and they've been shamed. Like there's all of these things that are culturally relevant to humanity. It's a humanity thing. We want acceptance, and we'll do any and everything in order to get it. Happy wife, happy life. That's acceptance. Since when is 3 months of salary worth forever? Diamond is forever. De Beers. All of that is cultural acceptance because we want someone to love us, and we'll pay for it.
And the crazy thing is it leads, and follow me on this. It leads to people struggling with mental health because we're taught to escape. And the only way we can be happy is escape. If you buy this car, you'll be happy. If you take this vacation, you'll be happy. If you get married and have kids, you'll be happy. There's always a thing that they tell us we have to do in order to be happy, instead of just saying you have to be happy.
Right.
Like with
That's
yourself.
Because they're playing into the fact that they know basic human need is everybody's always chasing a level of happiness. You're always chasing a feel good. It's kind of like a natural drug. Like you're always trying to fuel your body and figure out what's going to make me happy next. What's going to take me out of this funk? They play on that.
And what's gonna make me happy is starting a business or something. That Dave give me some suggestions. I like that whole the whole social media thing. You go to that so it has to be like a private owner of like a dentist office or someone that like has their own that makes that decision, not a corporate type of thing. And social media presence. Hey, you do the research to see and then outsource, and then you getting that money every month. That's an interesting concept.
Right, but even with that, for example, even if you have like a corporate entity, a lot of times those contracts they're looking for are different. So if you've got a team of folks, right? Say folks are just getting out of prison. I'm giving you an extreme example. Say folks are just getting out of prison and they need gainful employment to not go back to prison, right? So you say, listen, you're going to be my team of mobile car detailers and window washers, right? And I'm going to have places that you can go, and then I find a really, really nice, really, really cute, really, really well-spoken young lady, and I train her what to say. I give her the scripts, and then I have her go to all of these office parks and find out who's in charge of window washing, and if they have an added benefit package in their HR that you can be included in that will allow them to come to the business's garage and mobile detail everybody's car. You know, so now you're making money. You've not touched a rag. You've not touched a squeegee. You're not doing nothing. You got a contract. That money's guaranteed. Those folks are gainfully employed, and you're still making money. There's 1,000,001 ways to do this if you know what you're doing. And most of us don't know what we're doing because we've never had the exposure.
And we can't be lazy. Obviously, it's some work involved too.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Business Bully. Staffing business is a big business. And not just even with the whole window washing, that was a great example, but even nursing. And you don't even have to have a nursing degree. All of those things, anything staffing and actually pushing out people into the workforce, you're making good money.
Absolutely. So it's a really incredible situation. And that's why I created bully101.com, because I wanted people to have a strong foundation and actually get advice and actionable information. Do this, do that, do this. Step 1, step 2, step 3, as opposed to let's look at some videos and I'm gonna try and figure this out. No, because you've had so much conditioning on go to school, get a job, that trying to start a business, you're still going to treat your business like your worker. And I need you to start looking at your business like you're an owner. And so that's why I created this. So there's no more excuses.
The website, dope. I just went to the website. It's dope. Okay, let me check this. Bully. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, and the thing of it is, it's I've lowered the price, because normally this would be $101 a month, and that is still cheap. I'm doing it at $39 a month, or $300 for the entire year. So there's no excuse. None.
The price that's cheaper than the Starbucks coffee that I became slave to 5 days a week.
Jeez.
They got you.
My
They
God.
got you.
Now, can I start it? And if I don't like, is it a commitment? Like if I started, say if I want to do it for 3 months.
Then you just leave. You just leave. Hold on. I think I got a family thing. Hold tight, y'all.
Go ahead. We're speaking of business, Bully. When I'm not arguing with him about sports, he's schooling me on everything on how to make money and how to
we invest in everything else, Michael Shawn. But this is an investment in yourself.
Yeah,
so I think it's a nominal fee.
I just want to guarantee it and make sure I get something out. Make sure I get. Let me make sure it's worth it for my time.
Here you go, Jay.
I need. I'm spending $39. Let me see what I'm getting. I'm just reading the website. I'm trying to say everything I'm getting. It's telling me I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna do that. He gonna do. Let me see.
You blacks.
Let me see, 39. I guess you look at it.
All other kinds of money.
Is that like $1.25 a day for a month? Yes. Like how much is $39? Whatever it is, $1. Yeah, no, it's good. This website is good though. I'm interested.
If you can't get $39,
hit the button
in order to change your life. Like no, you deserve absolutely everything you get.
$24 a month is coming out for Planet Fitness.
Right, your Netflix.
I haven't been in at least 6 months.
Your BET Plus.
Yeah, I still got money coming out from my gym. I ain't been there. Man,
see, Stacy is like me. A lot of people are like me. They want to make sure because when you're investing in yourself, investing in money,
that is not an investment. No. You blow that at McDonald's. Like, let's stop playing, man. An investment is when you're doing one of my $8,000, $30,000, $50,000 courses. That's an investment. And you know what's funny? The people who pay me $50,000, $30,000, $8,000, you're not going, oh man, I really hope this works. You want to know why? Because my stuff works. Like Google is your friend, but the thing of it is, this is the only time I'm like Iyanla Vanzant. I am not going to fight you for your healing. If $40 is too much for you, you're right. Sorry, I don't want those headaches. I don't.
Mind you, Dave. He just told me he spent $1,000 to take a picture with Michael Jackson.
Well, I invested myself with $30.
He's like, that Michael Jackson's gonna be an investment because I can tell my grandkids.
But all of a sudden, $30 became a problem.
This is the whole problem right now.
All right. I said
he got a house full of T-shirts and glittery cups, but you know, $40 is just gonna break this man.
Right.
That 39.
Have you been to the movies lately?
I don't know.
The tickets are like $20 a pop.
Oh,
then you got the
said no, she is interested. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, movies. Hey, a boatload of money. You go to the movies, spending $100
in a box of popcorn with a drink. That's $40 easily.
That's $40 easily if you lucky. I went to Jurassic Park and spent $150. I ain't never gonna get back. Horrible.
I did, yeah.
Disney.
It's trash.
40 ain't nothing. Yeah, because
son, can't we watch this on the Fire Stick at home and
put
some popcorn? Like,
but Bully, this is the same guy who went to the Amarion website and found out it was $7 and said, "Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch this."
What is Amarion charging $7 for?
For a documentary,
the B2K documentary behind the scenes to break the issues and all that drama. And I was like, I watch.
Who are out there paying it. Shout out to him for figuring out how to monetize that.
Absolutely, because he don't feel no type of way.
Because I know he didn't figure it out himself. Whoever he paid to
whoever he paid to monetize. So Jay Black didn't want to pay $7 to see Raz B get touched. He was like, no.
So I ain't got a chance. But I knew something was up when Omarion had the song out talking about back into it and let it touch. See that right there?
Back into it.
Just back into it and let it touch.
We got Rodney Perry live up next, Mike.
All right, Rodney Perry
is
coming up next. Thank you, Dave, for joining the show. We always love having you. I want you to stay healthy. I want you to stay on top of that health situation.
Oh, no, I'm good, man. I done dropped 170 pounds, so I'm about to order all these skinny jeans.
I was going to say that.
Good,
you look like you have lost weight, and you look really healthy.
Yeah, I went from a 6X to a 2X, so I'm feeling really good. Just
That's
pre-orders for the gun show are happening right now.
That is
Pre-orders, we got
amazing.
pre-orders right now.
You working out?
Listen, I'm working out every day. I'm using my membership, but I had to leave Planet Fitness. They had Tootsie Rolls and pizza every other day, so it wasn't.
Yeah, Planet Fitness is the only place that has a pizza day. Like it's the only gym
because they want your fat ass to keep coming back. If I make you fit. Get your husky ass in here, eat these pizza and Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, y'all really having a pizza day? And they're like, okay. I said, all right. All right, Dave. Thank you so much for joining the show.
Appreciate you having me.
Rodney Perry is up next. Rodney Perry Live. You never know who might pop in there. As usual, our prayers always go out to Shawnee Scott. She's doing great. And like I ended, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything. Likes. You fight for views. You fight for parking spots. Fight for your happiness and never let anybody take it from you. Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. We will see you tomorrow morning. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes